74.8 from SupplementReviews.com, coming at you with another video review. Today we are tackling Optimum Nutrition's Platinum Pre. This one comes to you from Optimum Nutrition, following in line with the rest of their products from the Platinum series, including Platinum Hydro Whey and Platinum Hydro Builder. As with tradition with them, this product was released at the Olympia about a month ago now. And it's their next big step in, I guess, the direction they're going with their pre-workouts. This is the first one they've marketed heavily, so there was, I guess, a good deal of expectation to see what they'd come up with, to see what direction they'd go with it. And Optimum is known as having simple yet effective products. So let's just dive on in and see what we got here today. First off, the ingredient profile. The aim with this is strictly on performance, and I really like that. Overall, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10, and here's why. It's very simple and performance-based. It has 30 scoops per container, but chances are you're going to be rocking 2 at a time, so 15 servings. In each serving, 2 scoops, you're going to be getting 400 milligrams of caffeine for that nice stimulant blend. That should be more than enough caffeine to get you going and get you through your workout, and I wouldn't go much above that, or you're going to start getting in the side effect range, so I believe that was dosed really well. Next up is 4 grams of citrulline malate in the form of PEP form, which is one of the trademarked brands of L-citrulline. It's a nitric oxide precursor, and that'll aid in your pumps and endurance as well. So that's a good inclusion, another high quality product I like to see in there. Following in line with our other video for Cycor beta BCAAs with beta alanine at 3.2 grams, that is also the dose that you'll see in Optimum's Platinum Pre here. Following in line with the research that we talked about with soccer players, because it does increase endurance in a lot of clinical studies, and it's just a good ingredient that everybody should be supplementing with, and I'm glad to see that in there as well. Once again, they raised the bar by not just having beta-alanine, but using the trademark name carnosine beta-alanine in it. Nice, high-quality, pure ingredient once as well. Vitamin C, it is included at 200 milligrams per 2 scoop serving. So that good antioxidant value there, overall performance boost, and it's not uncommon to see that in a pre-workout. Good to see it in here as well, and it just helps make it a more well-rounded formula toward performance and energy. You'll also notice there is sodium and potassium, I believe at 5 and 4% respectively for each of those categories. Some people wonder why there's so much sodium in a product like this. It's all about performance. Sodium and potassium are crucial for muscle function, so you need to have those included in any well-rounded diet, that is. Having some will help you fire muscle more efficiently, and just make it, once again, a performance-based product for optimizing your gym time. Next up, there's the inclusion of the Phyto Blend. It's 500 milligrams per 2 scoops. It includes a bunch of good stuff. First one in that blend is beet juice, which has been shown in a lot of clinical studies to increase endurance. Once again, performance. Alright, so see this theme here? I thought so. Up next is grapeseed extract, which is great for overall heart health. It's a good antioxidant. It's included in a handful of products, and also promotes a good blood flow, which is going to come in handy when you're working out, obviously. Last time I checked, your body runs on oxygen when it has good blood supply. After that, red wine extract in Mega Natural brand. So once again, they went above and beyond using a name brand version of red wine extract for their product here. And it's a high power antioxidant, making you more efficient, have less cell breakdown, and just keep you healthier overall, translating into better performance. Finally, rounding out the Phyto Blend is citrus bioflavonoids. Once again, high antioxidant content there, which has been shown to improve some performance as well. The Phyto Blend as a whole, I just like seeing that in there. It's interesting when a company has performance in mind that's going to benefit your body in the long run versus using something that's going to give you a quick buzz. So that's so far, that's all good checks in my book. DMA bitarate. What that is also known as dimethylaminoethanol, which is a man-made derivative of choline. What that's going to do is it's been shown to increase your mental alertness and focus and memory. Once again, that's still in the clinical trials of it. It's not 100% proven to be downright effective in every single user, but at the same time, it's had very promising potential to it, and also there's known noted side effects unless you go to extreme doses, but you won't need to come close to that here, which is I guess the key point. Rounding out the ingredient profile is Capsimax. What this is a capsicum derivative that's thrown in for metabolic support. It's been shown to increase lipolysis. It'll induce thermogenesis, and I guess it's kind of an interesting ingredient. You don't see that too often in a pre-workout, and when you usually see other things that are touted as, I guess, metabolic support in a pre-workout, in the few cases there are, is usually a very, very strong stimulant blend, and sometimes even stuff like yohimbe and other herbs. But it's kind of interesting to see a natural pepper extract that also has antioxidant properties in there. But I think you'd be pleased with it, and I quite am so far. It makes you pretty warm when you use it, so that's just one thing to note. You definitely notice it. You might have a little bit of burning in your mouth after taking it, because it is from red peppers. But overall, I think it's a very interesting inclusion, and I quite like it. So I guess the only downside of that is if you're training in a very hot environment, you might want to watch out just a little bit. It might be a little too toasty for you. So overall, once again, with the ingredient profile, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Moving on to taste and mixability, this got a 9.5 out of 10 as well. The flavor that I had was the raspberry lemonade. Also available is the fruit punch and the super fruit flavors, which from what I've heard are very pleasing as well. The raspberry lemonade is very, very sharp tasting. It definitely has that sting of like something very acidic, like natural lemonade. So I think they kind of nailed that, and in this case the pepper extract plays into that, complementing the flavor as well. It's pretty tasty. Add a little more water than they suggest and you'll probably be a little more happy with the flavor overall. So other than that, no complaints there. Very good flavor system. And for mixing wise, I haven't had any issues. There's a little bit of foam, I guess, when you mix it up, but that's quickly alleviated by a little swishing of your shaker before you down the little last bit of it, or then maybe add a little more water to get the little last bit. But other than that, there's no major complaints. It goes down smooth, and it's overall pretty pleasing in this department for taste and mixability. Once again, a 9.5 out of 10. Effectiveness. Keep in mind here what the purpose of the product is. It's more for overall performance and for making you more efficient when you do your workout, not for that wired out stimulant feeling that you're going to get from some other pre-workouts. With that in mind, I thought it was very effective and gave it a 9.3 out of 10. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. You're going to just feel better when you use it. The longer you use it, I feel the better it got for me. You're going to have a better sense of well-being. You're just going to not have any crashes. You're not going to have that jittery feeling because you're not going off the wall with stimulants. But at the same time, there's enough in there that's going to make you feel focused. The citrulline provided good pumps. I never had a problem with that during this pre-workout. Never had a need to add in anything additional if I was training for a pump that day. And also with the inclusion of Capsimax, I mean, it can double as a thermogenic, but I wouldn't take it strictly for this purpose. Although that was kind of a cool effect in there as well. Once again, 9.3 out of 10 with this. I was pretty pleased, and I think you will be too. Just a major detractor, once again, if you're looking for something that's going to jack you through the roof, you might want to look elsewhere. Other than that, give it a shot. Overall value, I had to knock it down a little bit here. I gave it an 8 out of 10 because 30 servings retails for about $29.99. So when you look at it that way, it's about $1 per workout. But when you're using 2 scoops, which is, I believe, how they intend it to be used, honestly, because that's where everything is at the effective dose, it's going to be racking you about $2 a workout, or $1 per scoop still. The thing about this is I do feel they justify it to some certain extent by using all these high quality ingredients. You know, you got Petform, Carnosine, Mega Naturals, and Capsimax in there as high quality ingredients in your product, but at the same time it can only go so far for the ends to justify the means in terms of what you put in your product and how you price it. It's on par with other pre-workouts, I guess. $30 is pretty much average for about 30 servings, but when you have to down 2 scoops at once, you know, you might need to take that into consideration. Overall, I'd buy it again. I quite enjoyed it, and I think it's just a very good product overall, even if the value is a little bit high. But once again, you just got to keep in mind exactly what you're training for and what you expect it to do, and that'll determine your own opinion on what you think the value is of it. But I quite liked it. So once again, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Wrapping it up overall, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. Once again, it uses some of the top-notch ingredients in terms of its formulation. I had really good workouts on it, and taking part in my 5-3-1 lifting program, I feel it helped me push a little bit harder. It had good benefits to it in terms of how it made you feel. I felt a little less sore after some of my workouts just because the anti-inflammatory properties of the antioxidants in it, so that's a cool addition. If you want to nitpick a little bit, if you're going to have a product that's going to increase your performance overall, maybe consider putting some amino acids or something in there that's going to increase your protein synthesis. But other than that, there's no major complaints here. There isn't anything that I would have liked them to put in that I didn't see that was an absolute necessity. And I think they had a lot of thought put in this, and they came out with a very good overall product. Once again, the price, it might be the detractor for some people at $30 for 30 servings. And for stimulant junkies, they might be disappointed as well, so they might need to look elsewhere. But overall, I was very pleased with it. And once again, like I said, 9.5 out of 10 on my scale. This has been PD from SupplementReviews.com, coming at you with a video review for Platinum Pre. Make sure if you have any suggestions to suggest it in the designated forum area, the YouTube mailbag. Follow us on Twitter at sr.com to stay in the loop. And if you want to win some free stuff, we have weekly giveaways on our Facebook page, so make sure you like us there. You have a good day, everybody.